Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please think about sticking around, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Those few things that you do right there mean the world to not only me, but to anybody else in YouTube land or also in your small businesses. Help support all of us, including your friends, by doing those very simple things. Everybody else, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. So, today I'm going to be talking about religious discrimination. So, I'm going to put a trigger warning in right now if that bothers you, because there are so many different types of discrimination happening right now. None of it is right. And it's something that we all need to stand up for. I'm going to just talk about this particular one today, but I acknowledge, and Sunny acknowledges how bad it is in the world and how unsafe and unsettling it's become for all of us, especially if you're different. So today, a article came across my repertoire that had to do with a young pagan woman fired for her beliefs from Panera Bread. And I had to do research to obviously make sure this is correct. I'm going to link the article down in the description so you can read the whole thing for yourself. But this happened on March 25th, 2021. If you're reading that, or if you're seeing this now, it was this week. I'm going to read you a bit of the article, but not all of it. So, a former baker at Panera Bread has sued the cafe and restaurant chain, saying she was harassed and then fired because she practices paganism. I don't want to give her name out, but it's out there. So her and another employee were on a break and talking about several different things when Miss Show, I'll just use the names. Sorry, Miss Show and Miss McCoy. Miss Show is the person who discriminated against her, and Miss McCoy is the woman who is the pagan. Miss Show and Miss McCoy were speaking. Miss Show said she was Christian and asked Miss McCoy, "What religion are you?" After a while, Miss McCoy replied, "I'm pagan." Miss Show made a face according to the complaint and said, "You're going to hell." Miss McCoy said, "Okay," and walked away, hoping that the subject would be dropped. On June 2nd, so this is last year, obviously, but the suit is happening now, Miss McCoy said she asked Miss Show when the work schedule would be posted. And quote, "Your hours are being cut until you find God." Miss McCoy's schedule was cut to 3 days a week, she said, and after that, scheduled for fewer days than she had been before. When Miss Show and Miss Dubs, who's another person in charge, learned of her religion, she said the managers also sent her home early on days when she needed to work and clocked her out for breaks that she did not take. Miss McCoy said that Miss Show and Miss Dubs created an increasing hostile work environment, telling her her religion was false and that she needed to believe in God or will go to hell. Miss McCoy eventually called the HR department in Ohio and left a message. She kept leaving messages but was never called back. On July 27th, she and Miss Dubs told her to put her month's notice in. When Miss McCoy asked what she did wrong, she said Miss Dub replies, "I don't like you." So she tried to reach out to the HR, no calls, and finally she did end up suing. So I also want to read you um, Title 6 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 that is still in place today prohibits employees from discriminating against individuals because of religion or lack of religious beliefs in hiring, firing, or any other terms of commitment or conditions in the environment. And of course, just a regular Google search, can you not hire someone because of their religion? Employees may not discriminate based on religion and must reasonably accommodate an employee's religious belief. The same title that we talked about before, the Civil Rights Act, also prohibits workplace harassment on the basis of religion and requires employees to accommodate employees' religious beliefs or practices as long as it does not create undue hardship. So, there's that then. Because Miss McCoy was fired because she was a pagan. I'm a pagan. I have many friends that are pagan. This is not something new in my life. This is something that I've embraced for a very long time. And the fact that I can be discriminated against not only for being a woman or, other things in my life, I can be fired or not hired because I'm a pagan. And this type of discrimination is not just subject to Panera Bread. Recently, Etsy and other places like that have been taking down things that they feel are a cult. I know, Sonny. She knows Mama's not happy. Many people who do make their livelihood on Etsy, and I want to remind people that a traditional 9 to 5 job does not mean that yours is the only job out there, just like religion. There are many types of jobs out there in the world, and yes, there are people who make a living either selling makeup or selling things on Etsy or selling jewelry or doing things like that. And it is completely valid, just as my religion is completely valid. And this is insane. It is out and out discrimination. And it does make it a bit harder with Etsy because they are owned by people. However, I haven't seen anything discriminating against religious beliefs in their terms and services because there are plenty of Christian things out there with Etsy that you can purchase without any problem. So that's something I will have to dive deeper into. But I do belong to groups, and these guys are my friends and people that I care about and people that I trust who have had their Etsy store stuff taken down because they consider it a cult. I don't know what you're thinking is so bad about that. It's not like we're selling dead bodies, and this is the thing that really gets to me is the misunderstanding of what paganism is. Paganism is an umbrella term that fits many different belief systems and religions, including Hindi, Judaism, anything that is not Christian. And I think people forget that the United States is a melting pot. There is no official religion. There is no official language. This is done for a very important reason, because this country was founded on the values of being able to be free and have freedom of choice. And yes, we can all argue about the illusion of freedom. It is just an illusion. But I take those rights very seriously, as should all of you. It is not okay to discriminate and fire somebody because of their religious beliefs, because they are different than mainstream Christianity. Christianity has been very skewed in the last 4 years. And I have seen the most hateful, the most discriminatory people who call themselves Christians come out of the woodworks in the last 4 years. And they've hurt a lot of people. I am not trying to attack Christians. I'm giving you a commentary of what is happening now. Again, we pagans are being attacked and discriminated against because we don't fall into line like everybody else. We believe something different, and there are plenty of us. There are plenty of us out there in the world. We are working next to you. We even work in Hobby Lobby. You know, we are your friends. We're your neighbors. We are not bad people. I am not a bad person. I'm a quite good person. And every single pagan that I know is a good person. I don't want people to be persecuted based off of their religions because people have done it to us. Instead of being upset about witches being burned, you need to be scared about the people who did the burning. And who were those people? And now we have a woman who was trying to do her job at Panera Bread, who had nothing to do with religion, and a conversation that happened because she felt pressured into it literally turned into her losing her job. I can't recall a time I've ever discussed religion with any of my coworkers. Maybe I'm different because I go to work to work. I don't go to work to make friends. So I don't have a lot of discussion with my personal life with people at work because it just doesn't happen. I'm there to do a job. I'm not there to talk about my life. And if that happens, that means I've worked around you for quite a while and I've started to have some sort of bond or trust with you, but it's still rare. My personal life does not belong at work. But there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of reasons that I keep my mouth shut about who I am. And it's because of things like this. Thank you, son. See? Why would Sunny, the world's sweetest baby, love me so much if I was a bad person because I'm pagan? I wear it on my sleeve. I do now. I didn't before, but I wear it on my sleeve now. And I'm very proud of the person that I am. I'm proud of the person that I've become. And yes, I still have days where I struggle about letting the world know who I am. But I am pagan and I am happy. And I represent my sisters and my brothers on my body in a place where people can see it every single day. It's just like somebody having a cross or the praying hands tattooed on them. So much hate from a group of people who preach love. So much hate. So much persecution. I don't recall a time a Christian has been fired for being Christian. In fact, they have all of their holidays accommodated for. All of the major holidays in the United States are based off of Christianity, religion. My religious days are different, and I do celebrate them. I just I asked off for work for once for it and I got it, and that's fine because that's how it's supposed to be. You should be able to have reasonable accommodations for your religion. But there have been so many accommodations made by the world, United States, meaning the United States, and I'm glad that they get reasonable accommodation. But the rest of us who celebrate different things sometimes ignore it completely or work around our schedule to try to actually celebrate our religious holidays. We do what we can. I did want to have a call to action. I want people to have a hashtag pagans against Panera. This isn't just something that needs to be hatred or anger towards Panera. This needs to be education. Educate people about us, the pagans, who have been around so much longer than any other religion. We are not bad. We are not scary. We are all good people. And like every religion, yes, there's bad eggs in every single part of every religion, but overall, we're good people. We're not knocking on your doors. We're not telling you you're going to hell. We're not trying to bend your beliefs into something that we believe. We are pagan. We have been persecuted. And just because we believe something different than the mainstream does not give anybody permission to harm us. We are protected just like anybody else. We are just like anybody else. We just have different religious beliefs than you. That doesn't make us a villain. And I will never look at someone and tell them that they are going to hell. It's not between me and you. That's between you and your creator. You figure that out. It's got nothing to do with me. And you definitely cannot legally discriminate against anyone based off of their religious beliefs or lack thereof. And Panera Bread, you did that. You handled this situation incredibly poorly. So I'm going to help educate you along. I'm going to do some more videos about breaking down what paganism is and reminding people that there is a separation of church and state, and there is a document in place to protect all of us, including you, including those who are Christian. So don't use it against us. I ask everybody to do hashtag pagans against Panera, and then instead of using something hateful, say something educational. Educational. Something about paganism, something about the civil rights law, something about how it is that you can't do this. Educate. We all have time to be angry and upset about this, and it's okay to be angry and upset about this, but when you use the hashtag, come from a place of education. All right, everybody, I'm going to hop off here for now. I know my scheduling has been a little off. I am still struggling very much, but I'm here, and it might be off, but I'm here. So for now, remember, every single day is a gift. Use your time wisely. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.